Hello, good day. Let me explain to you the four tools of conflict sensitive journalism. The first tool is the timeline tool. The timeline tool, which is a key method used in conflict sensitive journalism. So, this tool helps journalists review and organize important events in the order they happen. By doing this, we get a um, clear picture of how a conflict develops over a time. So, for example, here is the fact or the background or the news article. A new chapter of peace, former rebels rejoin society in Bukidnon. Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, where 36 former members of the Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, CPP, and PA officially re-entered mainstream society. This reintegration occurred under the Philippine government's Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program, or ECLIP, which aims to facilitate the peaceful return of former rebels through support and livelihood programs. During a ceremony at Camp Osita di Bahian, the former rebels surrendered high-powered firearms and committed to a peaceful life. The event underscores the government's development, uh, comprehensive approach to ending local insurgencies and highlights the military's commitment to fostering peace and development in communities affected by armed conflict. This initiative is part of broader efforts to address the root causes of insurgency in Mindanao by providing former combatants with the necessary support to reintegrate into society successfully. Combatants. The success of the Bukidnon reintegration serves as a model for other regions affected by insurgency, emphasizing the importance of comprehensive approach to peace buildings. So the process involves several key steps and dates. In November 2023, the government launched or uses eClip to help rebels surrender and reintegrate by providing support and livelihood aid. By January 25, 2025, 36 former members of the rebel group officially surrendered their firearms and pledged peaceful lives during a ceremony in Malaybalay City. Following that, these former rebels began their integration with the support of the Philippine Army, local governments, and the community programs. By by May 2025, the reintegration effort was recognized as a success and model for other conflict affected areas. So, this chronological mapping help us understand the flow and turning points in peace processes and conflict resolution. So, using or applying the timeline tool, journalists asked important questions like, what were the key incidents or turning points during the armed conflict between the government forces and rebels in Bukidnon? What challenges did former rebels face when surrendering and reintegrating? How consistent and accessible is the support for integration across communities? Are the unresolved issues that could threaten lasting peace? So, while answering this question provides a well-rounded understanding of the conflicts of the conflict's progression and potential challenges ahead. So, apart from that, here is the different angles or different headlines derived from the timeline analysis. First is the Bukidnon. So these are the clarifying and confirmatory questions sa um, kaninga uh, kaninga tool. What specific support programs are in place to help former rebels reintegrate into their communities in Bukidnon? How has the local government ensured the safety and acceptance of former rebels returning to society? What challenges have the former rebels faced during their integration process? Are there ongoing peace talks or agreements that facilitate the integration of these former rebels? How does the community respond to the return of these former rebels, and what steps are taken to promote reconciliation? And the five headlines or angles derived from the analysis is: Bukidnon welcomes 36 former rebels in historic reintegration ceremony. Peace and reconciliation mark new beginnings for former rebels in Bukidnon. Local government and military unite to support rebel reintegration in Bukidnon. Challenges and hopes. Former rebels embrace new lives in Bukidnon communities. A path to lasting peace. Bukidnon's commitment to healing and unity frames the reintegration as part of a bigger vision for sustained peace and social healing. And all. And thank you. That's the analysis of timeline tool, which is the background kanang the ang news title kay katong uh, about sa pag-surrender sa mga rebels sa government. Um, Good day. So, the second tool is CSJ tool, also known as iceberg tool. So, this tool encourages journalists to look deeper into conflicts like an iceberg. Visible events are just the small tip beneath the surface, like cultural and structural factors that often cause or sustain the conflict. For example, For example, the former rebels reintegration in Bukidnon, just like the sa pareha sa title ani. So, the direct or the visible or the tip of the iceberg, these are the observable events such as the surrender of firearms by former rebels and participating or military-led press conference and reintegration ceremony. This is what the public and media most often see. While the invisible system of this example is first is the structural. At the deepest level, structural problems such as um, power imbalances, dominance of military and government actors, or yes, such as poverty, landlessness, um, the peace process appears militarized and top down with limited space for community participation, addressing socio-economic grievances. Uh, and lack of local community participants create ongoing challenges for true reconciliation and peace. While the cultural uh, invisible system, beneath the surface, cultural issues like poverty, um, landlessness, community attitude shape the conflict environment. For instance, many people feel the peace process is top down and doesn't fully include their voices, which affects its success. So why use the iceberg tool? This tool is important because it helps journalists tell a fuller story. Reporting only the visible events misses the root causes, which can lead to misunderstanding the conflict and its resolution efforts. By exploring cultural and structural layers, journalists promote better awareness and more responsible coverage. So, here are the five questions aligned with the CSJ or iceberg tool. What are the visible or direct events taking place in the article? What underlying issues or grievances might have led to the conflict involving these rebels? What cultural beliefs, historical narratives, or social attitudes influence the conflict or the peace process? what efforts or mechanisms are in place to address the root causes and support sustainable peace. And the last question, how are different stakeholders, such as the government, communities, and former rebels, perceiving and responding to this reintegration process? So, aside from that, there are the different angles or different headlines aligned with the CSJI's Bridge tool. First is the visible peace milestone. Former rebels take steps back into Bukidnon society. Beneath the surface, addressing root causes behind rebel conflict in Bukidnon. Third is healing deep wounds, cultural barriers to reintegration in Mindanao's peace process. From conflict to collaboration, government and communities unite for sustainable peace. And the last is challenges and hope, how former rebels and society navigate the path to lasting peace. So the CSJ or iceberg tool reminds us that conflicts as complex and multi-layered. Reporting only what is visible leaves out the deeper cultural and structural issues that drive conflicts and affect peace building efforts. By applying this tool, journalists provide audiences with richer information, more responsible coverage that goes beyond surface events to explore the causes, challenges, and hopes beyond conflict resolution. This approach helps build understanding, empathy, and supports efforts towards sustainable peace. So this is the part of second tool of conflict analysis tool in journalism, which is the CSJ or conflict sensitive journalism tool, or also known as iceberg tool. That's all, and thank you. Hello, good day, and good day to you, sir. I'm so sorry I'm so very late. Sorry. So the actor, this second to the last tool, which is the actor's map. The actor's map is a tool used in conflict sensitive journalism to identify and analyze the main people or groups involved in a conflict. It helps and understand who the key actors are, what uh, what roles they play, and what their relationships influence the conflict. So example, or how we gonna apply the actor's map. So here is the backgrounder or the news article. Furious tourists meltdown at Bangkok hotel goes viral. Bloody fool, we have already paid. A viral video shows an irate tourist screaming at hotel staff inside a Thailand hotel, reportedly losing his temper after a payment error regarding his stay. In the shocking footage, the man is seen verbally abusing the staff at the Holiday Inn in Bangkok, shouting at the top of his voice and attempting to lunge at the woman behind the front desk, all while surrounded by his family. The terrified employee tries to calmly respond to his question, but he continues to scream. His words are almost unintelligible at times. Some reports claim the man was of Indian origin, while others suggested he traveled from Sri Lanka. But HT.com has not independently verified this information. From the video, it appears that when the guest checked into the hotel, his credit card was held for payment. However, one of his relatives or his daughter had apparently already paid for their stay, and he was accusing the hotel of charging them twice. He said that he can't be shouting. Accusing the hotel of cheating, the barefoot man was wearing a greatest dad ever t-shirt confronted the front desk staff. His outburst frightened the employees, who made several attempts to explain the situation, but he continued to shout and slam his hand on the counter while hurling profanities. Bloody fools! Bloody thieves! Bloody rocks! He yelled repeatedly. So how we gonna apply this this tool into this situation? No? So in this case, oh my god. In this case, a viral video shown an angry tourist shouting at hotel staff over a payment issue. Nag-double daw ang nag-charge, abi daw niya, he was accused. He was accusing the hotel of charging them twice because ana-ana daw. And the actor's mouth help us see who is involved. So the actor A is the tourist, actor B is the hotel staff. So these two letters are the main opposing actors, while this relevant conflict or the CD is the relevant conflict actors, which is the family members and hotel managements. So these are the external factors, the cultural differences and communication barriers. So, and the actor A, an agitated guest who believed he was double charged and he wants a refund and apology. He also tried to protect his family and assert control in foreign environment, while the hotel staff employees trying to clarify the payment situation, maintain safety and avoid escalation while managing customer service under pressure. The family or the actor C, the tourist relatives who are present and possibly affected by the conflict. So giaway na pud niya ang iyahang pudrakels. From pudrakels to hotel staff, which is the neutral. So these are the legend. The dash line is the neutral, while the bold arrow line is the conflict. So the bold arrow line point to the actor B, and the actor B point dash line to actor C, and actor C point neutral or dash line to actor A, and go hantod nagkaanam-anam siya og nag-impela siya sa conflict because ana. So why is the actor map important? So this tool helps journalists look beyond just the conflict event and see the different perspectives, needs, and interests of each actor. Understanding this dynamic reveals why conflict escalate or resolve. So here are the five questions or five clarifying and confirmatory questions. First is the was the hotel payment policy clearly communicated to the tourists upon check-in? Did the relative who allegedly paid receive a receipt or confirmation from the hotel? Were hotel staff trained to handle aggressive or high conflict situations? Did cultural or language barrier contribute to the escalation of the conflict? Was the viral video recorded and shared with the tourist consent? Mm-mm. So that's the five clarifying and confirmatory question. So aside from that, there are different angles or different headlines of this um, case or this study. The five conflict analysis based headlines. So first is mapping the meltdown, how actor dynamics and tense relationship escalated a hotel dispute from reception desk to viral outrage. A conflict fueled by miscommunication and misinformation. Hotel rage in Bangkok, a case study in structural weakness and cultural clashes. Actors and crisis, what the Bangkok hotel incident teaches us about power, emotion, and resolution. The people behind the outburst, an actor's map approach to understanding hotel conflicts. Conflict. So the actor map is a valuable tool for a journalist to break down conflicts by identifying the key players and understanding their roles, needs, and perspectives. By mapping these actors, reporters can explain why conflicts happen, how emotions and misunderstanding escalate situation, and what might help resolve them. The deeper insights promotes fairer, fairer more empathetic journalism, and helps audiences grasp the full complexity behind conflict events. And that's all. This is Regal. Hello, good day. Good day na. Oh, morning naman. So, good day. So, the last tool ang akong i-discuss is the onion tool. The onion tool is a conflict analysis method that helps journalists understand the deeper layers behind conflicts. It looks beyond the visible actions to explore the needs, interests, and position of the people involved. Much like much like peeling an onion layer by layer. Layer by layer hanto sa pinakaiwit makahilak ka. So in the viral video nga akong gibasa, which is kani, the furious tourist meltdown at Bangkok hotel goes viral. Bloody fool, we have already paid. Uh, so these are the template, need, interest, and position. So the actor A, the position, no, what each actor truly requires. For example, refund for the double charge, public acknowledgement of the error, apology from the hotel staff, and unsa pud ang iyang interest? What the underlying concerns motivating behavior? Belief that they were wrongly charged, desire to protect family from financial harm, need to assert control in a foreign and familiar environment, feeling publicly humiliated and wanting to restore face. And the need, recognition and validation of their concern, dignity and respect, and how their issue is handled. Security and fairness instruction while traveling, a calm resolution to reduce emotional and stress in front of family. So here is the kanang ihang layer ba. First is una nga abri is the position. Muna mga question. Could you specify whether you are asking for a full refund or just the difference you believe was double charge? The second is the interest. Do you feel this situation is affecting your experience with your family or your sense of control? Third is need. Would it help you feel more at ease if a manager personally explained what happened and apologize? That's all. And the actor B or the hotel staff, uh, he wants our position for the guest to calm down, maintain safety and order in the lobby, clarify payment issue and avoid escalation, avoid negative reviews or the needs is avoid negative reviews or legal consequences, protect other guests and employees, maintain hotel reputation and staff well-being, personal safety and emotional security, support from management to handle high stress encounters, effective conflict resolution tools, respect for their service role and professional integrity. So, sa iyang position, interest, and need, could you explain exactly what information you've already given to the guest? So your goal is not just to clarify the billing, but also prevent a scene that might scare or endanger others. Is that accurate? Would you support from a manager or security help you feel safer in handling this type of situation? So these are the five clarifying and confirmatory questions. Any onion tool is what immediate event triggered the tourist's angry outburst at the hotel staff? What underlying payment or communication issues led to the confusion about the hotel charges? What emotion and perspective are driving both tourist and hotel staff's reactions? Are there any cultural or social tensions influencing how the conflict escalated and was expressed? What systematic problems in the hotel's payment or customer service processes may contribute to similar incidents? So these are the five headlines. Payment mix-up sparks viral meltdown at Bangkok hotel. A deeper look into customer conflicts. When system fails, how a simple billing error uncovered deeper hotel service challenge. Just beyond the shouting, exploring the emotional fallout of a viral tourist dispute in Thailand. cultural clashes, and miscommunication, understanding a tourist's explosive hotel experience. Peeling back the layers, what a hotel payment dispute reveals about the customer service breakdown. So, the Onion tool allows journalists to move beyond surface conflict, to understand the deeper human needs, emotions, and social dynamics involved. This approach leads to more empathetic, responsible reporting and can highlight ways to prevent or resolve conflict by addressing underlying issues. By peeling back the layers, journalists help audiences see the full complexity behind accidents, promoting understanding and peaceful solutions. So, katutanan are the tools no nga ginagamit kung unsaon nato pag pangita og angle sa isa ka sitwasyon nga naay gubot or conflict. So kato magamit na to siya sa kung inana ta sa field, magamit na nato siya kung unsaon nato pag understand good sa different side, like nalang ta sa tunga wala ta nag bias sa isa ana we need to kanang to be a neutral lang kay that's the easiest way to do. That's all. Thank you.